snap! It is finally happening, guys. After much delay, after much trial and tribulation, we are having the trial of Marigold Streamstep versus the free city of Kaedorian.
Ah!
Yeah, we did it, guys. We made it to 2026. Happy New Year. You made it.
Just barely under the line. Sorry, that's all I got.
So I'm gonna actually throw it over to our voice from the beyond today, Mr. Luke the DM, and for some announcements.
Hi folks, I'm here. You can't see me, but I am here. Happy New Year, everybody. I am so happy to be back and excited, and like Jmillyo said, we're finally doing the trial episode, which is super fun. We're gonna get through some announcements and then get into this, but I just wanted to for clarification. So this is something we haven't ever really tried before on TAC. It's gonna be like all a roleplay mission, and because it's a trial, we wanted like a third-party impartial judge. So Jmillyo offered to be the DM/judge, but just so that she's not sitting there role-playing with herself, I'm gonna be extra voices for NPCs. So I will be here, and you will hear my voice acting as certain witnesses on the stand and such. But let's get cooking with announcements. The names are a little bit messed up. Dingus is on his way. He will be here any minute.
We're just gonna blaze past role playing with herself, Luke.
Come on,
just rolling past that.
That was a good one.
Yeah, you got to work on that, dude. You got to the phrasing is atrocious.
So yes, Dingus will be here any second now. He says 5 minutes. That's fine. I can stall for 5 minutes, no problem. Announcements, guys. It's 2026. It is a new year of our Lord and Savior. We are so happy to be here with TAC. Just a reminder for all of you guys at home and all of you guys watching and all of you guys playing. Don't forget to give yourself that free Christmas Tealeaf point for every single one of your characters. It's kind of an annual tradition that we go. So just want to remind people for the next couple weeks that you do get that bonus Tealeaf point just because Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. We've got one backstory mission cashed in already. That's going to be Mr. Lawrence Bird, played by Slappy. So that's probably going to be end of this month, maybe early February. That is on the books. Probably other backstory missions coming soon. And we are also in the works of planning a collaboration TAC D&D one-shot stream with one of our buddy communities. So that will be happening probably sometime in February. Again, kind of trying to break the mold a little bit and try a couple different things, still keeping the whole like TAC storyline and D&D as the main framework, but seeing how we can bend it and twist it and have fun with it this year. I want to try some new stuff. I want to experiment a bit, have fun, shake it up a little bit, maybe get some guest DMs in, whatever we want to do, some collabs, whatever people want to do. 2026, 2025, our sort of buzzword goal was accessibility, and I'd say for the most part that we had succeeded in making things easier and more accessible and more organized for you guys. 2026, the buzzword vibes are chill. We're just going to have fun with it. We're not going to stress. We're just going to kind of go with whatever's fun and whatever you guys want to have happen here. So that is our goal. That being said, if you guys have ideas, if you guys have suggestions, if you want to play, if you want to help out, if you want to guest DM, any of that, please, step 1, ! Join. Get in our Discord channel. That is where all of the magic happens. That is where we play all sorts of goofy games like Magic and Minecraft and Northgard and D&D and you name it, nerdy, it happens there. But there's also lots of roles and channels where you can suggest and get involved, and whatever level of involvement you want to be, you can find it there in the Discord. We highly encourage everybody to hop in there and say hi.
Luke cannot resist slipping in a Fight Club reference. He's an addict. Somebody help this guy.
I know. Thank you for catching that. We are always looking for new players. Love to see new beginner tier people. Whether you have been playing D&D for 20 years or whether this is your first time, we will teach you. We will get you acclimated. We will help you make your character, and we will get you in the game. It's very, very easy, very, very fun, very relaxed, chill vibes. So again, please reach out I try to follow up with everybody who expresses interest, but I know there's a lot of you when life gets busy and stuff, so please, please, please don't be shy. Send me a message. Just yell into the void. Someone will find you. Someone will help you. We will get you involved. It's a wonderful, wonderful community. We love it here. Other than that, we did miss our deadline a little bit on the 2026 calendar. We apologize for that. Again, holidays get busy and stuff. We are working on it. We're going to try to get that out as soon as possible. We just got to like edit and choose photos and get all the Photoshop done and get that out. But it is going to be coming. We promise. It'll be there. It's really, really fun. The photo shoot was really great. So keep an eye on the merch shop for that. That will be coming soon. I think that's all I've got. We've got our socials guy. We've got Mr. WeeWoo. We've got our merch meister. You guys, we have our lore master. You guys have any announcements, updates, anything you guys want to share?
I've got something.
Sure. What's up?
So we've had a lot of community members and just people that follow us on like Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky reach out. And there's a lot of emphatic viewers out there that have great storylines in their own heads about which characters and tack should get together. So I would like to happily announce that there is now a tag on AO3. If you go to AO3 and search tack sexy times, please submit all of those stories there, or feel free to read the smut or literature.
Why are you lying?
It's what I do. I'm a storyteller.
Why you lying?
He's not lying. It's real now.
Make it happen, community.
Minds are already at work.
And if we're being fair, I'm sure there is some fan fiction out there.
Oh, dark fairy magic's on it.
See, there we go.
Boom.
I like to make
I'm gonna request Gordy X Harper.
Is that
Gordy
your
Top?
headcanon?
Yep.
Would that be Garper?
Garper? Well, it can't
Amy
be.
X
Well, it could be.
Reginald.
Actually, it
Could
could
be
be Hordy if it's
Horper.
like really
Horty
smutty.
Jones.
You could be playing a hurdy-gurdy.
Somebody's gonna be hurdy in a
Gordy
gurdy.
Harper, Hurdy Gurdy. Babe.
Anyways, I'm now opening the interviewing process for a new social media manager. Hit me up in Discord if you want to apply. Thank you.
I got nothing on my front, but we are gonna be trying to get back into our new merch meister role. Sorry, I've been slacking. Wedding planning takes its toll, but we're gonna get it back in. We will get the calendar done, and then I'm gonna get back to work on some ideas that our lovely community has sent us. And if you have more ideas, send them my way.
Woo.
We'll see what we can make happen.
Yee. I ain't got nothing. We're doing good. What's my job around here again?
Don't lie to the people. You know the finances are in the
Existing.
toilet. We're going under after this stream.
We're shutting down.
We got a repo. Luke's
We
computer.
only made it so far.
No, just the power supply. That's the
Yeah,
only thing
sorry.
Jack paid for in that.
My bad, guys. I blew the budget on. I don't remember.
Blackjack.
Damn.
Yeah, and that
Let's
other
go
one.
gambling.
Blackjack and Steam sale.
Oh, Steam Winter Sale. It's a problem.
All right,
I will say,
homies.
I'm very close to doing something another one of our very close friends does, where I'm just going to take my credit cards and freeze them in a block of ice and just not worry
That's
about
me.
them. I know. I didn't want to name drop you like that. I didn't know.
I
if you were
absolutely
comfortable
do
with me.
it when I know I'm not supposed to be spending anything.
I thought that was just a Reddit post. People actually do that?
Oh, I do it all the time.
No?
Why
The
did
more you
pre-order
know.
3 boxes of Lorwyn collectors. No, I'm actually being a very good boy. I thought about buying one of the precons, and I didn't do it, Sloth. You'd be proud of me.
You can go broke saving this much money. That's what my grandpa always said. On my mother's side, not the one who died from hiccups. They say
Important
laughter's the best
distinction.
medicine, but he was having a terrible time near the end. True story. True story. Not a bit. Actually true. You're laughing at my pain.
I'm so
You should feel
sorry. I do, but I'm gonna laugh at it.
Nah, it's okay. He was an asshole and pretty racist.
Mm,
I'm gonna
that was a
try-
ride.
I don't think there's anything else on my end. I mean, we got streams coming up. We got stuff that we got. Anyways, moving on. Right. At some point, I do have something in the works as far as just like a primer of like, this is what we expect of people on our streams, just because we did run into some issues as far as like making sure people are comfortable with protecting the Twitch and making sure, because we did build a game style that does kind of rely on Twitch a lot more than we ever thought it was going to with the Tealeaf points. So we just want to make sure that everything is copacetic there and everybody is playing by some set of guidelines that Twitch allows. Most things that we're concerned about is community guidelines. Mr. Melvin, I do need to make sure you keep your shirt on during all streams. Thank you. And we can stop stalling, guys, because
Oh my God.
it looks like
Court is in order.
Court is in order.
The legend
the lawyer is
himself.
here. The face is not showing yet, but it might just be his camera.
Hold.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Welcome in.
I'm here.
Alrighty. With that, we've stalled enough. Announcements are over. I'm going to turn it back over to Jmillyo to get this show on the road.
Alrighty. So we're gonna just for the sake of chat and also for our players, we're just gonna do. We don't normally do quick recaps of our storylines, but I think this is extremely pertinent, considering what we've got going on today. Marigold has been accused of arson, murder, forming of a cult, who then commits said arson and murder on her behalf. So diving a little bit back into the Sons of Fire. So they had originally showed up, a couple of years ago, at least at this point, I believe.
Close to 4.
Yeah, claiming that their mistress was Marigold. That she was the prophesized one for them. She allegedly talked them down, and they kind of stopped because they're like, oh, I guess she doesn't want us doing this. Fast forward to the end of last year, and they started right back up again with their arson. The leader of the, Kaedorian police force, Coral. What the blank on last name? Rumble. She enlisted TAC to basically infiltrate the Sons of Fire and kind of figure out what the hecky was going on in there. Yes, Miss Coral is the blue lady on the upper right of the stream there. When TAC basically infiltrated, they saw Marigold doing some crazy shit, blowing shit up and killing some guards along with some of her Sons of Fire cronies. And then she was promptly she got away, but then was promptly arrested back at the Tealeaf Adventure. And that kind of leads us to where we are tonight. Tonight, we are taking this shiz to court. I'm gonna pull everybody over to our court map. Ciao.
It's so pretty.
Oh my god. How many times is this guy gonna yell objection, we wonder?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Should we start a betting poll in the chat?
Alright.
Put your channel points on the line, folks.
You guys see this big, hefty Goliath bailiff, and there are some folks in the general crowd, but all rise for the Honorable Judge Trudy. You guys kind of stand up, take off your hats if you're wearing any hats or anything, and you see this very decrepit gnomish lady tottering in, sitting, and she's gonna just sit behind the desk and Yeah. Sit, everybody. All right. Yeah. We're here because we got some murder in the books and some
Allegedly.
fire. I mean, I think there were murder and fire. Who did it? That's the alleged part, right? We can all agree that those events did in fact happen. There were dead people.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, we got the prosecution. We got a whole mess of defense team going on over here. I don't know what's going on over here yet, but everybody here, we're here for the trial of Miss Marigold's Streamstep, and due to the nature of the Tealeafs within the Kaedorian community and the sensitiveness of this crime, I believe both the prosecution and the defense have agreed to having a bench trial without a jury because we don't really have relocation as an option here. I don't think we could get an unbiased jury one way or another. Tealeaf's kind of having the monopoly over this whole economy. So I just need a verbal consent from the defense that yes, you agreed to a bench trial, which means instead of a jury, you'll be convincing me and I'll be making the decision at the end. Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
consent.
And prosecutor, am I reading this right? He's also a Tealeaf? Francis? Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, we agree. Yep. All right. Now that we've got that all settled, all right, we're gonna move on to opening statements. Prosecutor, the floor is yours. So you see Francis Tealeaf readjust his coat, and he'll walk over.
Hold on, timeout. Hold on. I actually am a little confused. Francis is prosecuting her?
Yeah, we all knew this.
Mm-hmm.
I did not. I'm a last-minute addition.
Who is Francis?
Yeah, the money was right.
Okay, sorry.
For
The money
those
was
at
right.
home following along, Francis is Reginald Tealeaf's nephew.
Oh shit. This
Allegedly.
is
Frankie!
Uncle Donald.
Jen, can you change the music to the court playlist?
Oh yes, I can.
I made a special playlist for this one.
Huh?
Ooh.
Alright, so you have to press stop on the welcome one.
Oh, I gotta actually stop that one. Okay.
I can't even hear any of it, but it might just be on my end.
Ooh.
Okay,
Okay. I think we're good. All right.
thank you.
So Francis is going to step on up. Thank you, Your Honor, and Your Honor, my fellow Kaedorians. We are gathered here today to determine what happens when a beloved hero turns into a tyrannical villain.
Objection. Begging the question.
There's no question. What are you
No,
talking
that was a presumptive statement, Your Honor. What we're actually here today to determine is if our client is or is not guilty of the crimes being accused of her.
Which would make her a tyrannical villain.
If found guilty, you posed the question in such a way.
There was no question. These are states. This is my opening statement.
And it's
Then
misleading. I object.
Sustained. Where was I? All right. An all-powerful druid has been consumed by a passionate fire and has become a messiah to a group of pyromaniacs.
Objection. Conjecture.
Do I need to bring in evidence?
Hold on 1 second, Your Honor. And Bo's gonna pull Lee close and go, now listen, you scrap of bolts. Shut the fuck up for like 10 seconds. Let him talk. Let him get through it. I've been held in contempt of court before, and it's not fun. Stop while you're ahead.
He's not being contemptuous, though.
I promise you, they're gonna see that differently. Stop while you're ahead.
Bensteen, you might want to listen to your dancing ant guy over there.
Objection. I ain't no dancing ant. I put on this suit out of respect for the court and law system here in Kaedoria.
You're an ant, and you're wearing
Yes.
pants.
You're
Does
an
that
8.
mean you also dance?
No.
I learned something today. All right.
You know what? I'm glad we could go through this.
Huh.
Your Honor, can I get on with my opening statement, please?
I'll allow it.
Sorry, Your Honor.
10 seconds are up. Can I talk now?
No, Lee. We gotta wait.
Okay, I'll put the mute back on.
Francis is gonna shuffle his papers and stare kind of side-eyed as he restarts. She has become bored in her retirement, no longer being the celebrated hero of ages past, and needed to gain a new group of followers and experience admiration once again. She was seen by our very own Kaedorian Police Chief Rumble, and he'll indicate over to Rumble in the gallery, commanding the members of the Sons of Fire. She hired members, she being Police Chief Rumble, from the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, who is Marigold's husband's own company, to investigate the resurgence of this unlawful organization, only to see Marigold herself conducting the initiation rites. Once confronted, she put up a fight, killed several of the police force, and then proceeded to flee back to the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, where she was then thusly arrested. She must have hoped that the rest of her husband's employees would also come to her defense, being a strong adventuring company within their own rights, with many strong individuals, and he will indicate to the defense team. But they clearly saw how much of a danger she had become and let the law take its course. The prosecution will not rest today until our great city is safe again. I personally feel so passionate about this that I would see my own family member jailed for the good of the community. Heroes cannot be seen as being above the law and deserve to face serious punishment for their unsafe actions against the community. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your only valid statement was the last one. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, we'll see about that. You bucket of bolts.
Hey.
All right.
I represent that remark.
Yeah, and I represent the fact that one of you guys tried to break into my freaking offices to try to steal some evidence earlier, but we're not going there, are we?
What? Oh.
Your Honor, you may proceed with the defense.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
Who?
None of us did that.
I didn't do that. I'm here on. Ciaran
thought
had a
about it
very
really hard.
difficult business with some kind of spider monster that she had to deal with. She said something about a web. But
Well, thank you for stepping in on short notice, Regis.
yes, she left me with instructions.
Okay.
But none of us were doing dastardly court dealings, correct?
No, I mean,
No.
Zedra likes to sneak into places. I mean, Clover likes to sneak into places from time to time, but she usually just leaves gifts in places. She doesn't take shit.
Yeah, I have no clue what the prosecutor's on about with this. Do we even know where his office is? Because I don't.
I believe his
I didn't know
office
you-
is
I do,
in
I've been there.
Ballardston.
It's not very secure at all. Very easy to break into.
Okay, I'm
Please.
gonna have you stop saying things
That
like that in the
sounds
courtroom.
suspicious.
Sorry.
Let me get to my opening statement. I'll clean
Oh,
this
Okay,
up.
yeah,
go
please.
ahead, Vordon. Thank you.
Yes,
No,
I
no,
did.
let me get to my.
Wrong.
Yeah.
We let Dingus write an opening statement.
We did.
Defense team, are you ready?
Oh my god! Dingus,
He's
let's
a
Look at the
go!
man doing his homework.
Holy shit!
I'm not surprised one bit.
I'm impressed.
Wait, hold on. You can't go up there looking like that. Go put a suit on.
I'm sorry. I came here from a very. Tell you later. Is it my turn, Your Honor?
Yeah. Your defense's opening statement. Go ahead.
Good day, Your Honor. members of the community who have came out to attend today. My name is Vordon Hingle. I'm not the lead person on this case because I'm a good sharer. But I'd like to read this very important statement to make sure you all understand the severity of today. I think it is fair to say that my team and I have the toughest job in town today, except for the job that you have, Your Honor, which is justice. We're here today to settle a question on whether or not Marigold Streamstep is guilty of crimes that the free city of Kaedoria has conjured up. Today you will hear a case built on a cesspool of contamination of evidence by the prosecution set to create a vision of guilt of an innocent person. Our team will paint a picture of who Marigold is and how she would never stoop to the level that these charges present her as. While we are all in a constant search of justice in our community, it's our job, it's your job as the judge on this case to ensure that Marigold gets a fair chance. If there is a sprinkle of doubt in your mind that yes, these charges don't make sense, or how could someone like her do that? It doesn't add up. Then it's your job to acquit this entrepreneur, friend, associate, and matron. What Kaedoria has failed to do as a city is create a posture of safety and security, so they went out of their way to scrounge up these charges and acquisitions on Marigold. To create a public image that, yes, maybe they do have it under control. Let me tell you something, folks, they don't. The prosecution is simply a spoke in the broken wheel that is Kaedoria's government. No, this isn't an opinion either. It is a simple fact. The prosecution is representing a city that needed mercenaries of a high level to free it from a blockade because they couldn't do it themselves. Prosecution represents a culture of elitism that only certain members of society can obtain. So, Your Honor, today you will hear from a team set out for freedom and justice of Marigold, and a team that is hell-bent on being the spoke on a corrupt wheel.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Thank you, Mr. Hingle. All right, prosecution, you are able to call your first witness. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Prosecution calls the stand, Coral Rumble.
So, as Coral Rumble walks up to the stand in her full Kaedorian task force regalia, she casts a mean, glaring side eye to the defense bench before taking her place on the stand.
All right, Police Chief Rumble. Thank you. I'd like to thank you for your service and for this community. On the night in question, will you be able to kind of lay out the series of events that, starting from the hiring of the company all the way through to the tragic events of losing some of your fellow officers?
But of course. My task force and I were set to investigate, protect, and prevent the recent uprising in instances involving the gang known as the Sons of Fire happening in the Cat's Quarter of Kaedoria. Our investigations had proved effective, but we lacked any real leads as to the leadership or the motives of this gang. It was pitched to me by one of my subordinates, the idea of involving the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, as the prosecution alluded to, have provided much aid to the safety of the Free City in the past. And we came up with this idea of a sting mission, hiring lesser-known members of the guild to infiltrate this gang, the Sons of Fire, learn what they could about the leadership, and report back with any information. We selected 5 capable individuals who managed to get accepted by the gang, and my agents trailed them to a remote location within the city where they were promised a baptism by fire, an initiation. We were, of course, prepared to intervene if the situation grew too dire. And there, as clear as day, we saw the accused step out, speaking proudly, dogmatically, as if almost a goddess of sorts, promising all sorts of paradises and a rebirth and rising from the ashes. And she began these strange magics where she threatened to burn our sting operatives. This is the moment where I made the call to intervene and prevent any harm from happening to our allies in the Tealeaf Adventuring Company. The Sons of Fire and Marigold did not take well to this, and the defendants summoned a firestorm, the likes of which I had never even dreamed of being capable of, and laid waste to about half a dozen of my men before teleporting away in a whoosh of fire. I tried to gather the wounded and escort what men I could out safely, dispatching of the small band of gang members that remained behind, and we were able to, battered, broken, and losing several good men, make it back to the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, where we then found Marigold Tealeaf hiding out, at which point I made an arrest and brought her back to the jail cell for the safety of everyone involved.
Thank you, and again, very, very sorry for your losses. I know you have referred to her several times by name, but is this individual sitting in this courtroom, and if so, may you please point her out?
But of course, and she gestures over to Marigold.
There you have it. We have a very reliable witness here, as well as we could be calling several members of the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, who is also somehow choosing to represent, who would also probably be able to make this eyewitness account. I do have one other line of questioning for you today, Officer Rumble, Chief Rumble. I understand one of your ancestors. I believe it is a Gilly Rumble. Actually was there to help birth Marigold Streamstep into this world. Is that correct?
My great-grandmother, yes. Legend has it she was present at the birth of Marigold Streamstep, and she later went on to help found the free city of Kaedorian.
Objection? Relevance?
I'm getting to it, Your Honor. There is relevance in terms of reliability and character witness. I'll allow it. So Marigold, I would say, owes your family a great honor. I hear it was a very difficult childbirth, and may not have gone so well if your great grandmother and her friends weren't there to assist in the birthing. So your family is on good terms with Marigold. Yes, I mean you go way back.
I would say that's an accurate statement. Yes. The Rumbles have been a part of Kaedorian history since its founding. And matter of fact, the Rumble Bluffs were named after my great grandmother. It's a honor and something that we carry with a great responsibility and respect. And I personally took up the role as commissioner here to try and uphold that peace and that dream that my great grandmother founded the city upon, of peace and liberty.
All right, and the final question I have for you today, Chief, is so you would say that prior to the incidents that we are here today in question of, you and Marigold and your family were on good terms. You had no issues, no vendettas. This is accurate?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions. All right, defense, floor is yours for cross-examination, yeah.
New headquarters.
Wasted, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, I left the mute on.
It was dramatic effect.
Yeah, it was pretty dramatic.
I like to imagine
Keep
it was
on
the
waiting.
slow clanking footfalls.
No, she's like
looming
she was
over.
like gesticulating like she was talking, but there was just no audio. Thank you, Your Honor, for your time today. And then she turns to Coral. She says, "Hello, I'm Lee. I'm new. How would you like to be addressed in court today?"
Commissioner Rumble is fine. Thank you.
Commissioner Rumble, I would like to offer my sincerest condolences to you and yours, as well as the loved ones of those lost on the day in question. As a physic sworn to do no harm, it's a terrible thing to see a life cut short.
She nods.
Now, I'm not here to cast aspersions or doubt on what you witnessed. I have full faith that you saw what you saw. But the question we have here today is that, is the individual who was witnessed doing these crimes, in fact, the exact same individual who is in court today? Lee casts Disguise Self on herself to become the exact image of Marigold Streamstep. Now, Commissioner, in your professional opinion, would you say that I am Marigold Streamstep right now?
She leans forward. In my professional opinion, I would say you have taken on the visage of Marigold Streamstep, but no, you are not in fact Marigold Streamstep.
Thank you. She drops the illusion. Now, the prosecution alluded to the fact that despite the long history of your family with the Streamsteps, this was the first instance of violence between you. Would you say that this is out of character for the individual who is being charged today?
She pauses for a moment. I don't believe it's within my right to define what actions one's character would or would not be.
I'm not denying that Miss Streamstep has the capacity for great power and destruction, but is it within her modus operandi to engage in the activities that you witnessed on the date in question?
I would argue that's why we're here today.
Very well. So you would say there's reasonable doubt that this is an out-of-character event, should these two individuals in fact be the same person, the person who was witnessed committing these crimes and the person in court today?
I suppose anything's possible.
And at the same
However,
time, I
I
think
would, if I may,
please.
argue that while an illusion may be a simple parlor trick that any apprentice of Lexigrad could muster up with a couple weeks of classes, the raw destructive power that I witnessed that day, the death of my men happening in a mere instant, is something
Indeed.
that only someone of extreme arcane prowess could accomplish.
And despite those losses and violence, your men rallied themselves and continued their pursuit to arrest Marigold, despite mortal fear, I can only assume.
That's what they've been trained to do.
And when they arrived to follow up on this arrest of Marigold, was there any further violence or resistance of this arrest?
No, she came quietly.
Do you have any inkling as to why that may be the case?
Perhaps she came to her senses. Perhaps she was struck by a wave of guilt, a sobering realization of what she had done. Perhaps she didn't wish to commit more violence in front of her husband and her beloved ones. Could be any reason.
You're suggesting that the defendant was under a bout of temporary insanity during the events in question?
I made no such claim, no.
Okay, very well. Sorry, just checking. Now, the defense during your accounts with the defense, you said that Marigold's Streamstep teleported away through a column of fire. Is this correct?
Correct.
It's my understanding that within the druidic magics, such a teleportation is usually only possible with a substantially sized arboreal edifice.
Okay.
A tree. But the individual that you witnessed did not teleport away via a tree or a plant, but a flame, yes?
That is correct. She kind of looks a little bit puzzled.
In my understanding and encounters with Marigold, and yes, I know that my voice is biased here, but I do not believe that is within her capacity.
Objection, Your Honor. I don't think this construct is a druid.
Do you have to be a druid to know a druid?
Sustained? I don't get what you're getting at, prosecutor. Just continue.
So the defendant did not resist arrest, despite having mortally wounded some of your officers, allegedly.
Allegedly. That is correct.
And the defense proposed that the motivation for this was because Marigold was bored and required additional worship. Would you agree with this? Admiration, I believe, was the word.
One possible scenario, she is, by many accounts, a very admirable woman.
So you would say that she was quite admired within the Tealeaf Adventuring Company already?
I'd say within the entire free city of Kaedoria.
Then it seems to me that this motive seems null. If she had all the admiration she could ask for, why start a cult? She doesn't seem like the sort of charismatic person to do such a thing. I propose to the court that it is much more likely that a third party has set up Marigold Streamstep, our defendant, as a scapegoat, a convenient scapegoat, for the city to lunge upon and give them free agency to continue with their motivations. This is a smokescreen, Your Honor. The defense rests.
Miss Rumble, you may leave the stand.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And prosecution, you may call your next witness. I call to the stand the defendant herself, Miss Marigold Streamstep.
Dun dun dun.
You guys would.
Oh, go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
Oh no, you say it. You say it.
You guys would all notice that Marigold is walking up with both her feet and her wrists manacled together.
Like
As she-
these manacled to the feet, like with the bar going
Yep.
down.
Yep. So it takes her a while to kind of shuffle and awkwardly step forward.
DM, Is there any evidence of like prolonged wearing of those manacles and chains, bruising?
You can see that her wrists are a little raw.
Okay.
Mm.
She's been wearing manacles for a long time.
Not that long. She'd have lesions and contact sores. She's only been in those for a couple hours. Settle down.
It's just still a long time.
Yeah.
Those are big manacles for a little lady. That feels extraneous, but yeah, I do know that word. Maybe not how to pronounce it, but
About right.
dilly dilly.
Indeed.
Quiet.
All right. Miss Streamstep, I know personally, but I know that you are also very much known as a powerful druid with high complex magical capabilities. Is that correct?
She kind of looks back up to the judge and then back down to Francis, over to the fence, back to Francis. Sure.
Very confident. All right. In your previous adventures, my understanding is that you had some prolonged experience with a Jaffer Zanzib. Is that correct?
You see Marigold's face kind of sharpen a bit at the question. She kind of bristles a bit. Yes, Your Honor, relevancy?
Getting to the point there. Can you describe was Jaffer a magic user like yourself?
Yes, she was very capable. She was an inventor, a tinkerer, an artificer.
And Jaffer is a relative to Cynthia over there, who is your alibi witness, correct?
Yes, Jaffer was Cynthia's biological mother.
Okay. And my understanding from doing a little bit of research here, one of Jaffa's premier capabilities was she could cast the, let's see if I'm pronouncing this correctly, a simulacrum? Is that correct?
Yes, she was very gifted at magical clones and automatons. Robots.
Interesting. So I would like to posit to the court here that even though Marigold says that she was with Cynthia at the time, somehow was also with the Sons of Fire, and then all of a sudden back right conveniently at the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, that wouldn't you say a simulacrum would be able to be in all three places at the same time?
Objection. A simulacrum only creates a copy of the caster.
Yep.
You said that Jaffer was the one capable of this spell. Wouldn't it be copies of Jaffer?
And Marigold then traveled with Jaffa for a very long period of time and may have picked up some tricks and some, scrolls? Things of that nature?
Objection. Speculation. How do we know that's even possible?
Francis will smile. Your Honor?
What happened to, classes, no classes? We have an artificer right here.
Your Honor, I will go and Francis will walk over and he's going to hand Willow a scroll. Can you cast that for me?
What is it?
It's a
What's the
simulacrum.
scroll thing?
Cast it.
Lee'll
Me,
take it
the
and cast the
player,
spell.
doesn't know that I can actually cast this or not.
Lee'll give it a shot.
As a wizard,
As
doesn't.
as DM,
This is like-
Willow, what's your highest level spell slot?
6. Well, actually, wait, 7.
Yeah, Willow, you could cast this no problem.
Would I know that though?
Yeah, I would say you're very familiar with scrolls and this is right up your alley. You recognize this as a very powerful level. It's a 7th level spell. It's high level magic, but it's certainly within your capability.
So you're admitting that high-level magic is pertinent to this case, but only for your side of the case?
I'm just saying it is very possible for Marigold to be in 3 places at the same time.
We're not here to talk about the realm of possibility. We're here to talk about the realm of reality. Your Honor,
So
Exactly.
prosecution,
This is-
yes, technically I could cast this, but so could any other person of high level magic. There are millions of them across the
Yes,
world of
But you
Tagarth.
create, if you understand, you create copies of yourself by that spell. So it would have to be Marigold that would have to create the copy of herself.
yes.
So
We're not arguing that.
We would have
So-
to argue intent. So
But
I would say
any-
carry on with your
That does not pin suspicion
cross-examination.
on the defense, Your Honor. It only opens up more suspects.
I'm just saying it removes the possibility that she cannot be in multiple places at the
You
same
say
time.
what you say. Continue
That's-
on. We'll have our bit.
Okay, but then we can admit that that's the case for anyone.
But not everybody can do the high levels of magic that somebody as in the Marigold can. Like, if you went to go and try to cast this spell, and you'll point it over to Lee,
You
go guess
Your
claimed
Honor,
yourself in the defense that she teleported away, and now you're saying it was impossible for her to have teleported back to Kaedoria from her business?
Your Honor, if you could I ask for myself just a 2-minute recess? I need to make a call.
you can have your recess after the prosecution is done and before you cross-examine.
Thank you.
Okay.
What are you doing?
He's going off script.
Oh, going back to Miss Marigold.
Still
If you
here.
had it, would you say that it would be out of the realm of possibility for you to be able to create copies of yourself?
I've never personally done it, no, but could I if I wanted to? Maybe.
And you would say that very few people in this world would have the technical know-how and magical capabilities of being able to cast a spell of such a high level.
Objection begging the question. That's a relativistic statement.
You know what? I'm gonna say strike that from the record. That's a leading question.
No, I'll answer it. It's fine. Yes, I'd say having the ability to cast 7th level spells is quite rare. Probably only, I'd say, less than 4 or 5% of the population would be capable of doing such things. Still, 4 or 5% of the free city of Kaedoria leaves quite a few possibilities.
Above table, what is the... Do we have an idea of what the current population is?
Probably a little over 1 million.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Look at all them chickens.
And Miss Marigold, do you have anybody that you can think of that would want to impersonate you and cause this level of destruction and tarnish your good name?
Specifically?
Yes.
No.
I mean, you're kind of doing it right now. Defense. Just saying.
I'm not the defense, you're the defense.
Prosecutor.
I have no magical capabilities in my wheelhouse.
So
I'm
you
doing
claim.
simply my job. And going back to the Sons of Fire here, my understanding is that they sprouted up a couple years prior, and you talked them down, but also kind of kept them within the city. Is that correct? You brought them over to an orphanage?
She pauses for a moment and kind of thinks. Yes, when I found these groups of very troubled teens and young adults that were trying to get my attention and worship me, I did talk them down. I instructed them to discontinue their reckless and dangerous and destructive activities, to stop worshiping me, and I provided food and shelter for them temporarily within the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, and then in an orphanage, yes, that was founded by one of our guild members. as a place of rehabilitation, of a second chance, and of a home for these kids, without anywhere else to go.
So, kind of zeroing in on the word rehabilitation, you do understand that several of these kids, when the Sons of Fire decided to restart or whatever, they came back and they were in the Sons of Fire again.
Oh?
It doesn't seem like the rehabilitation worked. Do you know why they would then go back?
Well, no rehabilitation is 100% effective.
Your Honor, they are interrupting me constantly.
Well, you should stop talking like an idiot.
Lee.
Now listen, Lee, that's the thing. I was
Sorry,
saying
that was a
earlier.
personal attack, Your Honors. My apologies.
We can scratch that from the record. We apologize.
We're gonna
Now
need
listen,
you to
Marigold's
get.
got big manacles
Make
on,
it
but
seem a
I've
little
had
bit
bigger. You don't want that
I'll excuse
smoke.
myself from the court. I'm going to take a personal recess. I'll be right back.
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
Marigold kind of looks back over her shoulder at you guys and just kind of gives you like the chill the fuck out face.
As I was saying, do you know why these kids that you have sent to a rehabilitation, you've given them good food, shelter, presumably an education? I hear that there's an educational system going on there. Why they would then revert back to trying to go and worship you again?
I would beg the question why they tried in the first time. I'm not them. I don't know their motives, their stories. I'm just trying to help them.
All right. Well, I think I have no further questions, Your Honor. The prosecution rests.
Your Honor, if I may, at recess.
Yeah, we can take a 15, 20 minutes.
I won't even need more than 2. I promise you. Just give me a moment. And he's gonna pull out his Rocky Talkie.
Rocky Talkie.
Sweetie, it's me. Yep. No, listen. I know you're.
Who the fuck is
I know you're on
Sweet?
that cruise. I know you're having a good time. I need you here. It's gonna take maybe a minute. Not even. Do we still have that scroll? Where's that scroll?
What,
I mean-
this one? The
me see.
Simo.
Yeah, let me see that. Listen, I just need you to perform a party trick, and then you can go right back to it. Okay? All right. Thank you. He hangs up. Shortly thereafter, assuming the actual human is here and ready to do this, and I don't need to vamp for more time, and I don't need to sweat through my shirt as I wait for
WeeWoo.
a certain smuggler whose name I will reveal when the time is right, who may need just maybe a little more bran in his diet, possibly some prunes.
What I miss?
He's calling your number.
I just called Harper to appear in court.
And so I was preparing for this. Sorry.
Okay. Did you just take some shots?
I like when Melvin picked out the phone.
Showing up in a large straw hat and a flowered shirt is Hoffa P. Swittington, blasted off of a Mopo Skies. Bosif, you called? You needed me?
Wonderful. Harper, could you do this courtroom a favor real quick?
You called me to court at a time like this?
I explained everything over the phone. I just need you to do one simple party trick. Can you read this and
I
cast
can't
it for
be
me?
here.
You're fine. You're fine. Just read this for me.
I can't.
Just say nothing incriminating. Just read this for me. And he pushes the scroll into Harper's hands and holds his drink.
Okay, hold on. I can do both at the same time. Don't worry.
All right. I figured you could.
Oh, that's really good. I haven't had gin talk in a while. Come on.
Harper can also cast 4 7th level spells, right? Once per day with your
Mystic Arcanum.
Yeah, so you're fine.
Pah! 2 Harpers, both drunk.
Oh god.
Hey! Hey, you. Hey.
You two,
Yeah.
you two go.
Oh,
you
hi,
two go have
Willow. You ever heard of the Zeraris Tower?
All right, you go back on your cruise now. I'll talk to you another time. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Harper.
Harper.
Bye, Willow. Come back to the boat sometime. We got things.
Okay. You bet.
And both Harpers disappear.
So, just to give you an example of who could wield such high-level magic, I would like you to keep that image in mind. High-level magicians and magic users are far and away across this land, of course.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I thought we were still.
We were on a recess.
What?
As almost on cue, they both come back.
I
and
told
go,
you. I told you just to wait for 1 minute. Did everyone just walk out the room while that happened?
Yeah.
I was on a
Almost
bathroom break. You didn't see me leave?
Almost on cue, Harper comes back, pops with 2 pops, both of them. By the way, I want to go on record saying that I failed out of magic college twice, and then pops back.
Oh my god,
Twice
it's twins.
coffee?
So not only could a drunken smuggler pop into this courtroom twice without your knowledge, but could also cast that high-level spell. And did he seem put together, Your Honor?
No, he was very drunk, Your Honor.
I'm
I
not
know.
the one being cross-examined.
We're just asking you what you just witnessed.
Just
It
to
was a
make
drunk
point.
warlock.
Yes.
So any high-level magic user could have done what he did, or what we purport Marigold to have been able to do. I really don't want to think about what Harper 1 and 2 are doing right now.
Don't worry about it. It's outside the court. This is different business.
Good.
Are we reconvening?
Sorry
Honor.
about that.
Yeah, your witness.
I'm Marigold.
She kind of raises up her wrists and waves. Hi, Willow.
Let's see. Shit, my brain just went. Marigold, can you start by telling me where you are on that night that Chief Rumble was recounting?
Of course. I was actually in the Holy Empire of Dios, specifically at Fort Calum, helping my dear niece, Cynthia Zanzib, prepare for a potential oncoming military assault.
And who was that assault expected to be from?
We believe it was from the Diosian military, led by the sitting Empress Alana.
And why would, I don't know if this is, we'll see how relevant this is, but that assault, why would the Diosian Empress Elena be trying to, assault Fort Calum?
Well, it's a
This time.
complicated, contrived, ongoing civil war, but Cynthia and the citizens of Fort Calum have been accused, wink wink, of providing safe harbor and supplies to a resistance force.
So, let's see. Now with that, was this Jaffer Zanzib with Cynthia and this resistance that you guys were building?
Willow, make an insight check.
Oh. Okie dokie. Token. Insight.
As you ask that question and you're looking at Marigold's face, you see one emotion come out clearly. Heartbreak. She says, no. Sorry.
Above table, was I supposed to know if this woman's alive still?
You may or may not know, but
Okay.
it provides a dramatic moment, so roll with it.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
It's all good.
I was like, did me the player miss something?
It's okay. No, Jaffer
okay.
Jaffer passed away, about 250 years ago.
Oh. I'm so sorry, Marigold.
That's okay.
And Cynthia. Sorry. Apologies.
Cynthia kind of leans and throws up a peace sign at you. No worries, love.
Marigold.
That's me.
Would you say we're both very powerful magic users here, with both being able or potentially having the capabilities to have, cast these high level magics that we're all being questioned about. Would you say it's fair that, let alone, or sorry, I'm fumbling my words here. Casting a spell is one thing, but having magic cast against you, controlling your body, controlling your capability, like your heart and soul, so to speak, that is also entirely a possibility out there, isn't it?
Your Honor, I would like to object to this. The defense here has personally been controlled by a Ms. Marigold Streamstep using blood magic before.
It's me! Sorry. Continue.
Marigold
Is
shoots...
there hold on.
Yeah, what the fuck? Sorry.
Oh, no. The Marigold. How can that be proven?
There were plenty of people at the wedding of Alana and Storak that can probably say so, including members of your own agency.
Did you just say probably?
You want to bring some members up? You want to call a Calliope Azaru? You want to call up a Ciaran? Bring them on.
I'd love to play this game with you.
Vordon.
Sorry.
Ciaran is dealing with a world-altering spider issue.
It's okay.
Yeah, Callie's probably off petting some dogs or something, but we could bring them in. Court order mandate. They gotta come.
Francis.
If that is your real name.
If that is your real name.
Are you implying something?
No, nothing at all. Nothing.
There are life-altering events in this strange universe that we live in that, blood magic or not, there are ways for people to be controlled against their will. Heck, I have a spell. I can cast that. I could make you sit down and bark like a dog right now. I ain't gonna do that. I'm simply asking that that's also another alternative, potential, happenstance, that reasoning behind all of this confusion about whether Marigold herself, the one and only,
That's me,
did something that is widely uncharacteristic of her. Now, whether she made a clone of herself, somebody else made a clone of her, somebody controlled her body and had a clone ready so that it looked like she was in 3 places. We don't know how deep this actually goes. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Marigold. Now, you, as Lee mentioned earlier, you typically teleport through trees, right? When you travel long distances.
That's correct.
And you I assume, but if correct me if I'm wrong, you do not have a way to do that through flame, as the culprit of that evening did.
I mean,
Currently, like, not that you couldn't get that capability, just saying right now, like if you had to leave.
Objection. Who's to say she didn't have the capability that evening?
But
No,
once you have it, like, why
I-
wouldn't you?
I'll be honest. I could do it now if asked to. Well, not now when she holds up the manacles and kind of like jeers towards Frankie. But yes, that's within my wheelhouse of
Current
capability.
capability.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Francis is gonna shoot you a cheeky thumbs up, Willow.
Who?
Francis.
I hate Francis. Let's see. I feel like my thoughts as a player are so scattered right now.
It's a tense
I
moment.
know there was something else I wanted to ask her. Marigold? My knowledge, as I recall Shadow doing this, but it was your own member that started up the orphanage that those boys, you, in your attempt to rehabilitate them, tried to direct them to.
Correct.
And had them sitting there.
Shadow in the Whispering Woods, along with a few other since retired members of the Tealeaf Adventuring Company.
Now, those members, you took them under your wing. They were some of your very first members of the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, correct?
That's correct.
I would let the record show, or not. Maybe that's not the right court verbiage. I would like to propose to the courts, why would a adventuring company leaders such as Marigold and her husband, but we all know primarily Marigold is the one influencing us, at the Tealeaf Adventuring Company. Or at least those initial members, I would assume. Why would, or how would, a member brought up by Marigold herself then choose to go do something like this if, Marigold was secretly this villain that Francis here wants us to believe, the prosecution?
I supported the idea, the dreams of the guild members to create the orphanage, and as a matter of fact, that orphanage was actually founded before the initial crimes of the Sons of Fire, and simply connecting the dots with the orphanage in place and with a need, I thought it was wise to bring those young children to the orphanage, again, in the hopes to create a better life for them, to give them a second chance. And if you want to talk about education and indoctrination, and she kind of glares over towards Francis, actually Miss Scrupleflame is responsible for the day-to-day care of the children in the at the orphanage.
Thank you, Marigold.
You're doing great, Willow. She kind of winks at me and smiles.
Did the rest of our defense have any other questions?
Oh no, I'm quite satisfied.
I have a question for Marigold.
You can go, Vordon.
No, let's talk as a team real quick.
Okay. One moment.
Sidebar.
Make consult.
Sidebar. Yeah, just sidebar, Your Honor, please. Thank you.
What's up, Vordon?
Do we just straight up ask her if there is a damn chance that she even remembers being in that room that night?
We could.
Because
I can do that. I can ask.
I also have something.
What are your thoughts?
we need to track her movements. Prove that it wasn't her.
Mm.
Ask her if
Lead-
she considers herself a prophet.
Okay.
Because that's what the Sons of Fire have been acting under, is this prophecy. And the prophecy predates the Sons of Fire even knowing Marigold's location.
Oh. Okay, let me ask.
Voice.
All right. Marigold, a couple more questions for you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you for being such a good sport. Do you think of yourself as a prophet?
No, I've worked closely with, I guess, beings or forces that some might consider divine or godly or all-powerful. I've helped a lot of people over my life, but I've never once given my name of a prophet. No.
Okay.
I wouldn't accept that title.
And why would you not accept it?
I think it carries a certain fanatical or devoted gravitas to it.
Another question for you, Marigold.
Of course.
I know you said you were in Fort Calum.
Mhm.
Do you have any memories of ever being in that same location as Coral Rumble, as the adventuring guild members that went out that night, as the Sons of Fire that were there? Are there any?
No, I have no memory.
What-
I came back to Kaedoria, to my home at the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, probably 8:30, 9 o'clock that night. I teleported via plants, via the tree in our courtyard, and I wanted to rest, to take a bath, to hug my husband, and when I came inside, there were people burned, scarred, bloodied, and I was immediately apprehended. I was scared, I was frightened, I was confused, but again, I trusted that Commissioner Rumble was acting out of an abundance of caution, and I was willing to comply with whatever questioning or arrests or trials that she required. I have full faith that the task force of Kaedorian Peace is a very honorable and just foundation, and they're simply trying to sort all this out. There's just been a misunderstanding, and I'm sure that we'll get to the bottom of this.
Willow is thinking for a moment.
And I'm not necessarily saying we're going to do this, but would you be willing to be subject to a detect thoughts spell from our presiding judge? Would it be necessary to prove your memories?
If it would help the case, yeah, I could do that.
Appreciate it. Keep that in mind, Your Honor.
Thank you, Lee. There was another thought there. Let's see. So, you have faith in our justice system here in Kaedoria, Marigold.
I do. I think Commissioner Rumble's done a great job of handling, with all respect intended, the more menial, traditional, day-to-day crime and peacekeeping within the city. And we've worked great in partnership for the last 3 years or so, handling the more adventuring types of needs of the city.
Okay. I think the defense, unless, quick sidebar. Any other thoughts, guys? Before
I
we
was just
close
going to
out?
ask you, Marigold, how do you want us to tend to the garden in your absence? I know it was precious to you.
Objection, relevance.
It's
We can ask after. You can, Bo, you
we'll
visit after.
sidebar on the recess. You're right. I'm so sorry.
The plants out front need to be watered every 3 days. They need indirect sunlight. Inside the courtyard should be fine. That's all magical. But the fruit trees need pruning.
Marigold, it's okay. I've been taking care of it all.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
I have not.
Your Honor, thank you for letting us do a quick sidebar again there. I think the defense rests for the time being.
All right. With that being said, it is lunchtime. So
Oh, good.
I think we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back with the defense's 2 witnesses. Sound good?
Lee doesn't move for the whole break. She just stands at her spot in the courtroom motionless.
Could anybody warm up this piece of cod fillet I brought from this?
Oh, I can do that.
Sure,
Thank
yeah.
you, Lee.
Here.
Let me put it inside your hetonometron chest
But
plate.
she like puts it between her hands like a panini press.
Thank
You're
you.
heating up fish in a public area?
And with that, we're going to break.
Yes, we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, guys. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, guys. Hope you stuck with us for this very exciting trial. We have gone through 2 out of our 4 witnesses thus far. The prosecution has rested, and we are going on to the defense witnesses. So, defense, you may call your first witness.
Yes. May I approach the bench?
First,
Yes.
you gotta.
Oh, before I forget, during the recess, I will have casted Eagle Splendor on myself to give myself advantage on charisma checks.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Regis approaches the bench, the iridium breastplate of the people of Kaedoria shining. Your Honor, fair friends, prosecution, Esquire, sir. I call to the stand Miss Scrumpleflame. That's all I got.
Just a minute. She's gonna
No,
slowly.
Bosef, help her. Good man.
Yeah. And Bo is obviously going to help this polite, wonderful old woman to the stand.
Yes. So, Miss Scrumpleflame, could you, sorry, this was actually supposed to be Miss Ciaran's work. I am a last-minute addition. Spiderweb issues. Please state your name and your occupation for the court.
My name is Diana Scrupaflame, and I am employed by Mr. and Mrs. Tealeaf at the orphanage on Arathis Avenue.
Arathis Avenue, yes. Could you tell us about your background and how exactly you have become connected with this investigation?
Well, it all started about 150 years ago. I was a beautiful young lass back then. I used to run a small dive bar down in Pander's Keep.
Objection! Relevance!
Objection, she's still beautiful, Your Honor.
Thank you, sweetie.
True.
Anyway, I ended up looking after many, wounded veterans from the war between Dios
What'd I say?
and Lexagrad, and found...
Thank you for your service, of course.
Of course, I tended to really care for the youngins. I always made sure that they were happy, had food in their bellies, and a good bedtime story to help them sleep. And when I heard that there was a new orphanage being founded, it was actually a beautiful young, half-elven girl, a little bit eccentric for my taste, but a voice like an angel, came and recruited me and told me that I could have a job there. And then I met with Mr. Tealeaf, and he is such a handsome devil that I just accepted graciously, and there I've been taking care of the young boys and girls and little kiddos, and making sure that they've got nice full tummies and warm cozy beds.
So, would you be able to clarify for the court how exactly you're connected with the Tealeaf Adventuring Company and this case?
So the Tealeaf Adventuring Company provides funding and resources for the orphanage, and a few years back, when Lady Marigold came with some new youngins, she said that these kids were a bit down on their luck, and they like to play with fire and not to let them play with matches, and that they just needed a place to stay and some nice warm food in their bellies and a comfy place to sleep. And of course I obliged.
So you were rather well aware of their proclivity towards a flame.
Yeah, specifically. I mean, I don't let any of the young children play with matches typically, but it was mentioned.
Very good. Yes. How would you describe one Marigold Streamstep?
Well, to be quite honest, I haven't had very many conversations with the lady directly. She's a very important and busy woman, and I'm just a small old turtle woman who just minds the children and makes yummy food for their bellies and makes sure they have a nice cozy place to sleep at night. But from all of my experiences, she has been an absolute pleasure. She's delightful, she's kind and caring.
So, Miss Scrumpleflame, my apologies. Would you say that Marigold never came to talk to the children once they were there? You are under oath, Miss Scrumpleflame.
Maybe once or twice just to check in, but no, it was by no means a regular occurrence.
Wonderful. Let the record show that Miss Streamstep never had any regular visits to the orphanage to check in on the children, which yes, understandable. Yes. The ones that were brought in from the alleged organization known as the Sons of Fire. Did you have any behavioral issues with them? Anything that would be concerning with their, as my previous defense attorney put it, with their rehabilitation?
They were a little rough around the edges. They liked to horseplay. They liked to throw things and
Prosecutor, we're the defense. He's the prosecutor. It's okay. I mixed it up before too. Go continue.
Yes. Well, no, yes, of course, yes.
They enjoyed a fair bit of horseplay, but boys will be boys. No, they've all been wonderfully sweet children. They took to the books very well. They were always gracious and kind. I would not classify them as difficult or troublesome children at all.
Yes, do you know anything firsthand about the magic of Marigold Streamstep?
Only what I've heard in rumors around town. I did see firsthand, it was maybe a year or so back, there was that nasty business with the Ebon Wards and their blockade, making things difficult, making it hard to get yummy food to fill the children's bellies and keep them warm and cozy at night. But there was a whoosh and a blur and a mighty typhoon and a tidal wave, and then I heard later that the lady was responsible for that, and she was the savior of the city.
Yes, she has. Not the first time she has been the savior of the city, I wouldn't say. Would you agree, Miss Scrumpleflame?
Oh, no, she's saved the city several times over. There was that invasion from the Fey Winter Court there, where it got all snowy and cold, and it was so hard to cook yummy, delicious meals to fill the tummies of all the orphans and to keep them warm and cozy at night, because it was just so cold.
Yes. Not to mention the what was it, a few years ago we were dealing with Miss Scrumpleflame, I do remember you from the crowds too. I believe you were out there bashing people with the cast iron. The
long night.
The long night.
Yes.
The small folk are calling it. Yes.
I was told Marigold had a hand in orchestrating the downfall of Galdoran as well.
Yes. This is. Do you believe, in your humble opinion, as the matron of this orphanage, that she could have committed this crime?
I still keep many of the old gods of Kaedoria, the ones that were instrumental in founding this place, and I believe that Marigold came here out of a blessing. I think she's been nothing but a protector and a mother and a wonderful, wonderful woman, and the city would not be what it is today without her. So no, I don't think she committed these crimes.
Okay. Do you believe that there's any reason that the accused would benefit from being acquitted of these crimes?
You'll have to remind me with the fancy lawyer talk. What is acquitted?
Let off. Not held accountable.
Well, if she didn't do it, then there's no reason she shouldn't be acquitted.
I would wholeheartedly agree. Now, to dispense with this prepared diatribe, Miss Grumpleflame, do you recall the terror that gripped the city during the long night?
Oh, I recall it quite well.
Could you describe for me how that affected you directly?
Well, you see, it was very dark, and there was many strange people walking through the streets, and the children sometimes got scared, and it was a little more difficult to get them nice food to keep their bellies full and to keep them nice and warm and cozy at night, because it was always night, and they couldn't stay in bed all the time.
Very good. Would you say that, guys, I'm lost. Shit.
Oh no.
Would
Luke,
you
your
agree
Nicholas
that the
Doubtfire
Sons of
voice is
Fire were
killing me. It's
instrumental in
awesome.
freeing the district during the state of emergency under the Daban Order?
What she said?
Well, actually, now that you mention it, some of the older children were eager to help fight back against the invasion. Though they had already sort of graduated from the orphanage by that point, but once they get old enough.
And is it true that they were facing off against some of their former brethren in this conflict?
Well, I'm not entirely sure about that. I couldn't speak to that.
Does anybody else have any questions for Miss Grumpleflame?
I have one question.
Yes.
Ma'am, you've done an amazing job, and the service you've provided to the community for your whole life has been incredible.
Objection, pandering to the witness.
Oh, you hush, you're just being cranky.
Thank you. My question for you is, in any of your conversations with Marigold, did you ever get the inkling that this would be possible, that she could be accused of these heinous actions?
No, like I said before, she's always been a delight.
Thank you.
One final question. Other than Trade Queen Ava, within Ava's Piazza, whose statue stands up over the city as a protector?
Above the table, you're thinking of Lexigrad.
Oh, is it Lexigrad that has the statue of Marigold?
Yeah.
I withdraw my previous statement. That's all I have, personally, because I don't have much more.
Prosecution, your witness. Miss Scruple Flame, I believe is the correct pronunciation. Am I correct?
Yes, but the
Pandering.
I'm just making sure I'm addressing the witness correctly.
I always thought it was Scruple Flame!
Oh.
I was texting Jen, like, is there actually an M?
Like, I don't think so.
No, I just watched the episode.
Fucking Regis!
Scruple.
She was just nice. She didn't correct. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, she's just too polite.
I get that. I really do.
With your extensive experience with the dealings with the children, have you ever heard the term grooming before?
Oh, yes, I groom them all the
no.
time. I need to make sure that they're nice and clean and that their hair is
No. Like,
They scrub behind their ears and wash their feet. They eat many yummy meals to fill their
Objection!
bellies.
You're
Yeah, what's your
raising
objection?
defense?
What is the purpose?
I'm not talking about that type of grooming. I'm talking about the psychological grooming of children.
Objection. We already know that Marigold has never really talked to those kids.
She is the direct benefactor, and they know that she put them there. And they are now
How can
being
you-
fed and having clothing and food and education, which they have never had previously in their lives.
Why not?
How?
So,
Francis.
No, I'm just curious. Why didn't they have food or clothing or education?
They were
before?
orphans.
Because
They were living on the streets.
But like, why weren't they provided like the public service of housing and food?
Because
and
it's
such?
Kaedoria. They don't have
Right.
money, you get shit.
So there was a failure in the judicial system to care for a
That has nothing to do with
vulnerable
it.
set of children, and as a result,
Go take it up with your representatives. I'm not here to debate
Francis,
well, you're the one who brought it up.
Your Honor, Francis, whoever wants to answer this, I just have a minor question. How can one mentally groom if one does not give anything other than food and shelter?
For
If there's
somebody
no
that
ideologies being taught to these kids, if they're just getting basic math and arithmetic or whatever the heck, or whatever Miss Scrupleflame is teaching.
Step 1 of grooming is building trust and admiration. They already had the admiration for her.
It's also the
Hence
first
the
step of
whole
a friendship and
prophetizing
being a
thing.
cool guy.
That's right, Lee. That's right.
Hell yeah!
I remember that one from the lessons in grade school 2 years ago.
That got somebody in the background.
I know Amanda
Pretty
is
sure that was
cracking up
Amanda.
in the background.
I'm just saying that they have built trust and admiration for Marigold through the fact of now having a secure and safe environment that was provided for them by her. Would you agree with that statement, Ms. Scrupleflame?
Yes, I think they understood what Lady Marigold had done for them, giving them a second chance and providing a home and yummy food to fill their tummies and warm, cozy beds to sleep in at night.
And as you also previously said, she indirectly helped those children through the long night and through the Winter Queen lady there, and through any other mishappenings. Also correct?
I would say that's fair, yes. The Tealeaf Adventuring Company as a whole helped them.
Have you ever heard any of these children talking about wanting to do anything for Marigold in return?
She kind of starts to scratch at the spot between her shell a little bit, like her neck, and kind of, you see a little bead of sweat. Well, you see,
Objection, agency of free choice. How can we put the onus of one person's actions on another who hasn't interacted with them directly?
It's just a question, Your Honor.
Relevance.
Have they talked about wanting to do anything for Marigold in return?
there was a nickname that a couple of the boys gave her, and I didn't see any harm in it. In fact, I thought it was rather endearing. Again, they called her the Shepherd, and I didn't think much of it. She's sort of a shepherd to all of us.
Oh.
It's okay.
Do you know that some of these children have reverted back to the Sons of Fire for a second time, following who they believe to be Marigold?
I did.
So you
hear-
admit that she may not be Marigold, this figure that they're following.
They believe it is her, regardless of whether it is or not.
So belief isn't reality? That's what we're saying right now?
Let's Lee, let's let Miss
Sorry. Cooling the jets. Sorry.
answer. Then go for it.
Jets out of the ass.
I
Cooling
heard
off.
there were some problems with some firebugs in the cat's quarter. Yes. I didn't question or think much beyond that. I'm thankful that we have the Kaedorian Peace Force and the Tealeaf Adventuring Company to keep the streets safe.
I have no further questions, Your Honor. Prosecution rests.
Your Honor, may I go home now? I have a stew on the pot right now, and I don't want it to overboil, and I'd like to make sure that all the children still in the orphanage have
Please.
some nice
Oh,
yummy
yes,
foods to
yes.
fill their tummies and some nice
I-
warm beds to sleep in.
I actually have
Yeah.
one thing that I was hoping you might speak to, Mrs. Scrupleflame.
Oh, of course. Make it quick.
Just real quick, Your Honor, if that's all right. I know this is out of order.
Go ahead.
From your understanding, does the term shepherd, the term that the Sons of Fire used to refer to Marigold, does that term and use predate their knowledge of her location and status? Because by our accounts, it does.
I don't know. Maybe? Yes? I don't want to lie under I genuinely don't know.
I understand. I'm not
sorry.
expecting you to speak to something you're not sure about. Thank you very much for your time. That's all.
If any of you are hungry after this, I have some nice warm stew that you can fill your tummies with, and I know you have your cozy beds, but...
I'll be over for some stew. Thank you so much, ma'am.
I'll bring by that rosemary from the garden for you later.
Thank you. Would someone help me down from this stand?
Oh, yeah. Ma'am, come here. Come here. And Joseph will gently escort her down from the stand and back towards the exit. Hopefully a plaintiff can actually do their fucking job and help
Bailiff.
the elderly. I don't know. Bailiff, there it is. Thank you.
Yep.
What's
Yep.
the plaintiff?
Miss Crippleflame leaves the courtroom. All right. Next witness.
The defense would like to call a Miss Zanzib to the stand.
Cynthia will kind of skip and almost lightheartedly trot up to the stand. She gets up there and she kind of bangs her hands against it, drums a little bit, and says, "Good morning, Your Honor."
Defense, you may proceed.
Good morning, Miss Zanzib.
Good morning,
It's
love.
wonderful to see you. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Cynthia's fine, yeah.
Cynthia, wonderful. I'm glad we can be formal here. I'd like to assume that you are formal with a Miss Marigold, correct?
Formal's a word for it. Yeah, she's like kind of like me mum.
She's your aunt.
Well, auntie, yeah, I call her me aunt. She's not like biologically me aunt, but she was real close with me mum. I never really got to meet me mum. But a while back, Marigold sort of raised me like a mum, but she tend to call her Auntie Marigold, so it's a little bit confusing. It's...
Family can be that way sometimes, I understand. Now, I hate to just break into the meat of the matter. The night in question, that festival in which all that nasty business went on with the Sons of Fire, on that evening, was Marigold not with you?
She was indeed, and she looks back at Marigold and smiles. We were actually in the midst of preparing interesting bit of machinery in the hopes of preventing further violence against my keep. Marigold's always been there for me. I know she's very busy, but she'd been spending lots of time with me in the keep several weeks prior.
Are you by chance at liberty to tell me what it is this machine does? If not,
Any details would be helpful, Cynthia. We're just trying to dispel doubt here.
Well, it's a bit of a bomb.
You're not the one on trial here, Cynthia. It's all right.
Now, I am a man of the trade. I make many different sorts of inventions, machines. In fact, I don't know how I was able to get away with this, but this briefcase you see here, Buzzard will hold up his briefcase, is essentially a grenade launcher, and he will activate it, and it will turn into the trash chute. Now, at any point, I could have just decided to let this go off. But I, as a good-natured citizen of Kaedoria, as you are a good-natured citizen of Fort Calum, use the tools of your trade in the interest of others and bettering your community. Is that correct?
Sure, that's a nice way of saying it. Yeah. My inventions have made life for the people in Fort Calum better. Yeah, I like that word.
And Marigold was assisting you in creating this.
Yeah, she's helped out a lot. Actually, the farmlands around Fort Calum, famous for their fertility, were actually initially blessed by Marigold herself some couple hundred years ago. And you know, after all that nasty business, and when I grew up and I was old enough, Marigold kind of bestowed the rights to the keep onto me, and said I was the lady of the fort now.
That was a mighty kind thing of her to do, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's pretty great.
She is. She's given me a job and all of our defense a job, and God, I think we're up to nearly 50 members at my last count over in Tealeaf Adventuring Company. And yeah, her husband runs the books, but she, like you, is a woman who wishes to better the community.
Well,
Would you
wishes
agree?
to, and I would say has greatly.
And does. I mean, I've seen the garden she grows back at home, which, sorry, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but tax my home. And I can only imagine if she took an inkling of that care and brought it over to Fort Calum, then God, those fields, how tall does the wheat grow? You gotta tell me.
Taller than me and you.
I'll stand at a healthy 6 feet, ladies and gentlemen. So, the night in question. Marigold was with you, assisting in your project to better the community. Around what time would you say she left?
It was after dinner. We had made great progress, and she mentioned she was feeling.
What was for dinner? What did you eat?
Oh jeez.
Objection relevance?
Details.
No, I'm a bit of a glutton myself.
Into that.
I need to know a good recipe, please, Your Honor, if you wouldn't mind sustaining.
Oh.
Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. It's a circus anyway. It's sustained.
Thank you.
That's what we've been saying.
I think it was a bit of roast duck. That might be inaccurate. I don't remember exactly. I was more preoccupied with the project. But we had eaten dinner, made some very good progress, and Lady Marigold, Auntie Marigold, mentioned she was feeling a bit homesick. It had been about 3 weeks since she had seen her hubby, Uncle Reggie.
Whole month. And she was with you during the time of that whole month.
Yeah, a little shy of a month, about 3 weeks there.
All right. Staying at the fort?
Well, you know, she would occasionally bop around. She has that cool thing where she walks through trees. It's my understanding that Lady Marigold is a very busy woman, and she's got a lot of different things to attend to and people to contact and stuff. But I would say that the vast majority of the time, yeah, of those 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure she had other ventures in which she was also trying to help other communities. I believe she did at one point stop back in at the Tealeaf Adventuring Company to tend to some of the plants. I do recall seeing her once or twice out in the courtyard. Maybe not specifically within that time frame, but I'm not the one on the bench. I digress. So after dinner, she left.
Yeah, she there's a giant beautiful tree that's actually built into the side of the Temple of Palor in Fort Calum, and she uses that whenever she comes and visits. She pops in and out. I guess it's some special tree she got from a god or something. I don't really know the details of that story, but
God.
yeah. Well,
A
I'm
wh-
assuming
a
it was
whole-
Palor, but
Now I'm not the religious type by any means. I'm a bit more focused in the sciences and how things work in this world. Could you remind me, what is it that Palor is known for?
he's known for the sun and agriculture and light and peace, and bountiful harvests.
And this god, you're saying, gifted her a tree.
So the story goes, yeah. I mean, Marigold's right there. You can ask her, but from what I was told as a little girl, when Marigold and Mum and her friends came to be the lords and ladies of the keep, formerly known as Fort Wrath, there was a deal was made in exchange for the creation of this temple. I believe Marigold's life was actually saved.
As a part of that deal. Or, sorry, it's been a long day. There's been a bit of filibuster from mostly one end of this conjecture.
Sure is not the right word.
Shut up, I'm
So,
rolling with it.
I don't know the detail. I guess there was. I'm sorry. I was told Marigold nearly died, got saved by an angel, and in return she had to build this temple. And so Marigold made the temple, and it pleased Palor, and then the tree was sort of a gift that intertwined into the temple.
And now I'm sure we could look through the history books as well and reference that at any local library. Everyone should be going to their local libraries and making sure to check on the physical history that is there before we lead ourselves into such accusations of a person's character. But Marigold sounds like a woman of her word. There to follow through when she's asked to. So much so that the god of light and peace and prosperity and agriculture deemed her worthy of a gift from him himself. Ms. Zanzib, I thank you for your time. I appreciate you very much for allowing me to ask you such questions.
Of course.
And I do hope that you get another roast duck in your future. That sounds divine. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
All right, prosecution. Whatever the fuck you're gonna do. Go. All right, Miss Cynthia, you have said that Marigold was with you. Is it not possible that she could be in two places at once?
Well, I had heard the discussion earlier about simulacrums and clones and all sorts of magics and stuff, and I would like to confirm that Mum was the best at making that sort of things, and I don't know if that knowledge was necessarily shared between Mum and Auntie Marigold. I wasn't around back then. It was just an idea, really. And it's not going to say it's impossible, but again, I'm not going to say that that's what happened either.
I'm just saying it is in the realm of possibilities. So going back to this contraption that you were building, this bomb. How destructive would you say that this bomb would be?
Well,
Objection relevance?
Shows
Like,
that
what's
the incident is capable of highly
Retracted.
destructive
Please let her
power.
continue. No,
Oh,
let her,
okay.
let her
well, you see, again, it's more of a preventative measure, if that makes sense. If the reigning lady of Empress of Dios decides to show her cunty little face in my neck of the woods, we're hoping that one swift, decisive strike would be enough of a deterrent to prevent a full-scale battle with Fort Caleb. It's something I've always wanted to do. I like blowing shit up, I'm not gonna lie. And now I've got, I think, a perfectly reasonable and justified excuse. Hoping I never have to actually use it in such a manner, but out of an abundance of caution, I think it is a good defense mechanism.
Would you say that potentially, if used in another matter, someone could use it offensively?
Oh, for sure. No doubt. Well, that's why it's under lock and key in the Tower of Fort Caleb. Only 2 people have access to it.
Interesting. All right. I don't think I have any other further questions, Your Honor. I think we can move on to closing arguments. All right. Sanzip, you can leave. Please
She
stand.
curtsies and goes and takes her seat next to Marigold. Viewer's choice is live, by the way, folks.
All right, get those votes in, and we will start off with the defense with your closing statement, since the prosecution went first in opening.
Thank you, Your Honor. All through today, you have seen witnesses speak on the character and the achievements and the things that Marigold has done throughout her life. You have not seen or heard, Your Honor, the actual proof that she was there. That she was the one that summoned them. There is absolutely, and we even proved it with our, awesome vacationer, my good friend Harper, who came back from his vacation to prove it could have been a clone. When the party was fighting the group that night that the supposed crime took place, none of the witnesses who spoke tonight were within 5 feet of her. Am I correct in saying that? How can we prove without a shadow of a doubt that was her? Every time tonight, the witnesses have brought up everything, including our last wonderful witness who said, they work together. If you look at all the facts in this case, and that's what we're all here to talk about today, is the facts. The fact of the matter is, if you cannot, without a burden of doubt, believe that she was in the room and did this heinous crime that she is so committed to, she is accused of, from the folks of Kaedoria, who themselves don't seem to have the best track records, then it is your job to acquit her and set her free to go back to the life she lives and does such a great job at. Now, I'm going to close with this, because I want to circle back to this one very point. The ones who were in that room that night when this occurred, they know, without a doubt, that was not the Marigold that is sitting in the room with us today. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I think we've heard plenty today about the capabilities and strengths and potential weaknesses of one Marigold Streamstep. She has talk to gods. Who is to say that she does not want more of said power? She is helping to build bombs of destructive capability. The plan is to use it for defense, but who's to say that's her plan? Everything else is just hearsay. She said herself that she is capable of disappearing in a wall of flame, just like the Marigold on the night in question. Our very own chief has said that she believes that that Marigold is this Marigold here. You saw that one of the defense pulled up a disguise, a magical disguise, and she was able to tell that's not the same Marigold. But she firmly believes that that is the correct one. She has no reason to falsely accuse Marigold of any crimes. There is no hatred. There is no malice. This is firmly a belief for protecting the community at large. Children are flocking to her, whether she wants it or not, to be the shepherd of fire. And she has finally given in to that temptation, and has done so to the detriment of 6 police officers within the city of Kaedoria. If we let her go today, who's to say who's next? Is it you? Is it me? Is she going to turn on the adventuring company? Is she going to turn somebody else into a puppet? Time will tell. I firmly believe here that although magic is abound in this world and universe, that Marigold was in charge of issuing those orders and conducting the Sons of Fire. Thank you very much for your time, Your Honor, and I firmly believe in the justice system and that the right decision will be made here today.
I was going to say Lee stands up, but she never sits down. Lee takes a step forward. She's like, also, Your Honor, the defense would like to take this opportunity to thank the prosecutor for their time today and for doing their due diligence in this case. And I personally like to apologize to you, sir, for telling you that you talked stupid. Thank you.
Hey. What the couple of blokes gonna do? No hard feelings.
We'll go for a drink later.
Okay, alright, yeah. But you're paying though, right?
My treat.
Alright. Alright, the judge will ask for a few moments to compile her notes. She stands up. She's pretty much the same height as sitting down. Can't really tell that she's actually standing up. Alright, well, we've had 2 very compelling arguments here today. But I would like Miss Marigold to stand up, please. In the case of Marigold Streamstep versus the Free City of Kaedoria, with my power invested in me as judge, I have determined on the count of arson, homicide, and leading of insurrection within the Free City. I find you not guilty. You are free to go.
I believe your crime is pronounced homicide.
Shut up.
Homicide.
Homicide.
Coming to your local fantasy 7-Eleven.
And as the verdict is read out loud, one of the folks in the crowd lets out a very large roar
Wait, there were
On that
people in
time.
here?
Dang it! And I was
Yeah,
gonna
there
be
was
super
stuff happening.
magnanimous just now,
Oh, okay.
but I guess
What?
it's business time.
What?
There's a
And-
Who
crowd?
could have
And just
predicted
shout
such a
out,
thing?
no, it can't be. And he
Your Honor,
is
I give you your guilty person.
Wait, what's he yelling?
Look at the big
no,
dragon.
it
Guys,
can't
look at the
be.
dragon on the board!
Wait, what?
And the dragon is going to aim a fire breath
The
over
fuck?
in Marigold's direction.
Oh, of course. It's a fire dragon.
Is that-
no, that dragon's-
That's a drat.
Okay.
Hmm.
What kind of save
That's
is
not
it?
something countered.
It is a dexterity save DC 24.
Oh, God.
Flash of genius. Marigold gets a flash of genius regardless.
Oh.
Bow.
That's
Okay.
like a breath thing. It's
Yeah.
not a. Oh.
It is a breath weapon.
Stand
Yeah,
by,
you
it's
can't
loading.
counter it.
Marigold's sheet is decked out with stuff. It takes like half an hour to load. Okay, dexterity saving throw coming in hot. Ooh, hot foot.
Okay, that is what is the flash of genius add for you?
I need to
Oh.
double check something real quick. I might have been a little.
Do you
I
not
also
have it?
I also need Cynthia to make one.
Cynthia does not have a character sheet, but we'll roll with +5.
Fair.
Actually, artificers don't have proficiency, so we'll do
Yeah,
+3.
not necessarily. It'll be a 2 or 3. Yeah.
She's got an 8.
That is 96 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
Half to Marigold, since she made the save.
You're gonna tell me that she doesn't have some kind of fire resistance in there, Luke?
I'm looking right
Lee
now.
still thinks that this is part of the trial. This must be normal. This is her first trial, so this must be how they go.
Yeah.
Now, Lee, this is definitely how you get held in contempt.
She
of
does have
court.
absorb elements. She could, yeah. I think Marigold would absorb elements out of
Okay.
just instinct. So a quarter damage.
Okay, so what the fuck is that? Half hard. So that's 24 points of damage to Marigold.
Okay.
So kind of just below to her, but that'll be the full 96 to Cynthia.
Yeah, Cynthia is down.
And the dragon is going to pull a Harry Potter dragon and just bust out at the top of the building and fly off into the distance.
Wait,
Okay.
can I cast slow on him?
You can certainly try.
I'm immediately healing.
That's- Yeah, why
Cynthia.
not? Fuck it.
Okay, it's DC
What-
19 in Whiz Bomb.
Wanna hide? Yeah, I don't think it matters, but
That's a 24.
dang it, Bobby.
So he's just going
sorry.
he's just gonna fly the fuck away.
Dang.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session, guys. You
Who
guys
the
got
fuck was that?
I want the record to show that I healed Cynthia. I want the record to
Yep,
show
Cynthia.
that I healed Cynthia.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
Cynthia is horribly burned, but she is conscious.
That's okay. I know some.
Whether
graph
that's a
builders.
good thing or not, she's probably in a ton of pain. But...
I want the record to show that that dragon was probably the perpetrator.
Yeah, we don't know him.
All right. Well, for tonight, guys, a little bit different. You guys fucking killed it. You guys are gonna be getting a whole bunch of 4,000 XPs.
Oh
Each.
shit!
What?
Yeah, buddy. It's all. This
Thank
was gonna be a
you.
big juicy one.
Whew.
And no gold. I'm assuming.
There is no gold. You guys will all get the 1 Tealeaf point for participating.
It was a
I would
three-way
like
tie, by the way.
Lee makes a show of donating 500 gold to Miss Barney Rubble for the friends and family of the lost.
Perfect. She will gladly accept that.
Mhm.
Oh, 2 Tealeaf points. Luke
Yeah.
is giving out the double.
Double tea leaf points tonight, guys. That
Oh,
was
shit.
such a good
Holy
job.
shit.
Oh.
Between viewer's choice being 3 and DM's choice being 1, let's just make it the round 5, baby.
Mm.
You guys all get 2. That was awesome.
Perfect.
Okay.
But thank you guys so much. I hope it was a little bit of a different session, heavily on roleplay and previous research, and you guys killed it. So thank you so much for
halfway to
participating.
6.
Woo! But
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
This was supposed to be Ciaran catching up to Callie. God damn it. But anyway, thank you guys so much. That was a lot of fun getting to kind of stretch my criminal justice muscles a little bit.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
But I think we're gonna raid out, and we'll be back next Thursday, right, for some more shenanigans.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. We
Woo-hoo-hoo.
wanna try and lock that in as a hero tier.
Oh, do we want to do some hero tier, some HT? Let's fucking do it. Let's do
A
it.
WeeWoo hero tier.
WeeWoo hero tier, guys. All right.
Oh.
Thank you to everybody who played tonight. Jmillyo, you did such a fucking fantastic job.
Good job, Jen.
Yep.
I could not have picked someone better for that position than you. You
Yeah,
guys,
thank you.
players-
You were such a good sport to my inane
I'm
interruptions.
like, we can object to everything here. I'm just gonna stop objecting. That's just
players.
I love
every
how
single
the
one
one
of you guys
time that
did
you got
so
to
good.
object, I objected on top of you.
loved it.
All right. We love you guys. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. Reach out to a friend you haven't talked to in a while because that's always a nice thing to do. And if nothing else, please be kind because it's free and it matters. We love you. See you next Thursday. Until then, toodles.
Boy.
Good night, everyone.
Yo.